Wade around Marbury to the baseline, sends it back out. Jump shot is good, and Miami's on the board as Posey buries the jumper.
Jason Williams, that's an interesting matchup, one that I would not have expected.
Francis into the paint. Oh, teardrop over top of Shaquille O'Neal.
To kind of get caught up in all of this losing.
E.Curry was looking for Marbury, but it goes into the hands of Jason Williams. Hard bounce pass, and then a dish to Haslam from Wade.
And you're going to see a lot of that probably tonight because of...
Perfect example. No, they don't score, but they take a quality shot, gives them a chance to defend now because they're able to get back in defensive transition.
Shaq wants to take Curry and does easily.
You know, what a difference between two teams when... Especially the Knicks have come down. They've run now. This will be the 5th play for 5 different players since the game started. They don't have that identity offensively of what they want to try to get accomplished as Miami does.
The shot won't fall. Marbury out and running. Into the paint. Tough shot. Fading away. Stephon Marbury knocks it down.
I tell you, the toughest guys I know mentally, because he's in New York in the spotlight, and he has it, but he continues to compete. How about
that? And you can't knock Stephon's physical.
A little skip pass. Udonis Haslam's shot falls short. J.Rose with the rebound. Rose wants to take his man. Haslam and does, and gets fouled.
On this basketball team, able to get by. A little bit of carry there by Udonis Haslam, not quick enough to keep him in front.
Able to start. Shaq gets it. This time he's got Malik Rose on him instead of Curry. Turns, hits it from the baseline.
And remember, Malik Rose was a guy that
very rarely will shoot the ball off of one pass or no passes. They move the basketball well, and they make you defend. The Knicks rely on trying to beat you individually.
Dwayne Wade's jumper is good over top of Marbury. Williams. Haslam is open, but gives it to Wade. Posey swings it to Williams. Down to Shaq. Again, he's got Rose on him, and that's just too easy.
But look at the ball movement. The ball swung from
back with the basketball. You force his man to have to get off in help position. Then when the ball comes around to his side, the guy cannot get around in front. He's established a deep post position, and at that point, it's over.
A long pass to Dwayne Wade, then thought better of it. Wade wants to take Francis to the baseline. Does. Oh! Explosiveness! That's a strong young man, folks.
Now, this is a matchup they got to try to get something out. E.Curry's got to give them something down there offensively. They're able to convert.
He drives baseline. Malik Rose, not in a bad position, a little bit late, but you see where he just gives him a shoulder and drives him back and finishes with a flush.
Then you got E.Curry on the other side doing exactly what you have to do against Shaquille O'Neal. You have to make Shaquille O'Neal guard.
Jalen Rose now. Dumps it down to Curry. They're going to try and get Shaq another foul, perhaps. Turns it over.
Now their starting centers pick up their second foul. What a luxury with the...
10 times in that game against Chicago. And as I said, had only 1 field goal.
Oh, what a move. Take the hit. And this is what you want from all your guards. Be able to take the hit and still finish in traffic. Great play there. You made that.
And backs off. Zoe sets the pick. Back outside. Jason Williams. Shot clock at 3. Haslam lets the shot go. And that's going to be goaltending against Malik Rose. And he's
basketball letting the ball beat you.
Francis James calling for the ball. Doesn't get it. Now we got to switch. James goes up with a little hook. That's good.
Folks, that was an assist. That was the first one of the game.
Oh,
my goodness.
Don't lose Dwayne Wade.
I mean, get to the point of the Knicks, not getting assists. One of the problems, they don't have a catch-and-shoot player on their roster that's consistent at all. That makes it difficult because you have to consistently drive it into the defense.
Fouls, guys. 2 early fouls, but they established early in this game they were going to go to the big fella down low, run everything through him. So far, he is looking light on his feet and delivering. As long as the Miami Heat continues to go inside of Shaq, the Knicks are in for a long night. MVP.
That is amazing when you think about the impact that this guy has on the game every time he takes the floor to just have 1 MVP.
Michael Jordan. That's all I'm going to say.
Haslam. He finds Jason Williams. Shot clock is down to 6. Williams wants to drive. Dumps it down to Haslam, who drops it in.
Amazing patience that time by Jason Williams. Really got in the air and getting us Haslam for that layup.
Rose to Stephon Marbury. Oh, nice pass. Oh, Francis down to Malik Rose.
And you know what's most impressive? You get a technical foul side. And you see a great double screen there for Steve Francis. He's able to drop that pass off to Malik Rose, who throws it down emphatically.
And the great thing about that, you know, Alonzo Mourning's a guy, I love it. He never...
Older. He's mellowed a little bit. And the fact that he's got Dwayne Wade, Shaquille O'Neal, two guys who... Jerome James. Whoa! You've been all season. The reason is because it was Jerome James.
Exactly.
Great feed there from Stephon Marbury, but that's one of the reasons Isaiah Thomas signed Jerome James. You know, based on that performance he put up in the playoffs last year, in particular against the San Antonio Spurs.
Wade leads the team in all of these statistics, so it's amazing.
Getting hit with the same bug that Kobe Bryant got. I mean, you look at his overall ability. The guy...
Nothing in Canton. Now the quick push by Marbury to Lee. Lee back out, and D-Wade steals it from Marbury.
Jerome James, these guys got to provide energy, defense, and figure out a way to score.
Quintel Woods up, Alonzo Mourning, his second shot blocked, but he can't get that one. It's Jerome James.
Things aren't going to be quite as fresh. This is not a very young team. They started off extremely well, but the question is, how will they finish?
You know, one of the great things about the Miami Heat, and with all these veteran guys,
these guys have been much more effective second half of the season.
Shaquille O'Neal goes up and gets blocked by Jerome James.
Dan Shaq can run their offense through him.
I can't say enough about how well Jason Williams has played this year. He doesn't really get a lot of credit on this team, but I think of all the guys that... You see Shaquille O'Neal doing what he does, and that's the lift and explosiveness we're talking.
That thing came flying off.
Oh, my goodness.
Shaq finished that. Out and running, Jason Williams out to Posey. His shot is good for three.
That's an example of what I'm talking about with Jason Williams. I mean, that's just a great decision right there. Great
to score the next 5, including this. How do you stop this? You certainly just
get out of the way.
Loves Gary Payton's attitude on the floor. He's having fun. Antoine Walker dumped to Shaquille O'Neal.
What a luxury when you have a power forward and Antoine Walker.
Actually, when Shaq's in the game, again, great penetration. You talked about it, Timmy. And able to find the help defense non-existent for the Knicks right now, who've gone up in a heartbeat.
Because that's one of those ones, if you're Steve Francis, he's probably thinking, man,
And that's when Shaq dominates a game, when he dominates the entire paint.
Rose back outside to Crawford, who buries a three-pointer.
That's what Jalen Rose gives you right there. He's a very unselfish passer. That's how good spacing Jamal Crawford knocks down a three. Not a strength of the Knicks.
Oh, Jason Williams just took it to the glass himself. Around with us. Both games are available on high-definition TV on ESPN HD. Jason.
And shoot 55% from the field. That's a recipe for disaster if you're the New York Knicks.
James over top of O'Neal, rattles it around and down.
The one thing about that, though, Timmy, the reason you want to pick him up early is not to let him get ahead of steam. It's a great play there by Jamal Crawford, because a guy like Dwayne Wade is doing that. The problem, though, you got to be able to contain and force to the weak hand. That's what they've not done with Jason Williams.
Shaq's going to get the offensive foul. Got the chicken wing around. That's 3 on Shaq, too. Watch the right arm.
That's more like the whole 20-piece that he hit him with. That's a lot of chicken to hit somebody.
Oh, Marbury, great move, and takes it to the goal. He lost Dwayne Wade.
And Dwayne Wade does that as well as any 2-guard in the league.
Can you imagine how unstoppable
the rhythm they had early on, and it's allowed the Knicks to get back into the game.
Marbury season opening. Wade goes down. Jalen Rose from deep. Three-pointer is good.
Up there to be successful in basketball, and he's the one guy who plays with effort in terms of his skill.
Jason Williams buries both of them. You got about 240 plus to go. Marbury season opening. Oh, what a great behind the back dish to Jalen Rose, who knocks down another 3.
Well, he's certainly... Take a look at Stephon Marbury. Goes left hand behind the back. Knows Jalen Rose is out there. Great spacing, and Jalen knocks it down.
Sometimes you have to elevate your team, and he's had, I think, a difficult time doing that the last couple of years.
Channing Frye into the game trying to get the ball. Marbury comes over with a jump shot. That's good, just inside the three-point arc. Batted around. Jalen Rose ahead to Stephon Marbury. Has to beat Shannon Anderson. Turns him. Oh, Alonzo Mourning gets up and comes up with a block.
have when you allow a team like the Knicks, obviously you have just had a dismal season. When you allow them now to get hope right before the halftime, you're going to...
Marbury has it now. We're under a minute to go here in the first half.
See if they go for a quick 2-for-1 here.
Stephon Marbury.
And they're going to get it back. 35 on the clock. That's a
Hold on to the ball, spread the floor, and let Dwayne Wade work on Stephon Marbury. Gets it up and scores.
And it made that look so effortless. Dwayne.
Here with Dwayne Wade right now. Tougher first half than anybody anticipated. What do you think about the way you guys performed in the first half?
You know, we got to do a better job defensively. I think offensively we got what we wanted, but defensively, you know, we let them isolate us a lot, and they making buckets. So we got to come out in the second half with a better effort.
Talking to the referees a lot more physical than you anticipated?
You know, just trying to get them to watch stuff, man. You know, they're doing a good job. You know, they got a hard job.
Right. Go there. Good luck in the second half. Back to you, John.
I don't care if it's the Alonzo Mourning. Oh, what a finish by Dwayne Wade.
That's
like this?
Yeah, slightly. I mean, take a look at Dwayne Wade here. Great split of the double team. Danny Fry gets out there, but doesn't really contain him, and Dwayne Wade takes off from the dotted.
And the elbow was above the rim. Marbury from deep misses everything. Curry gets it underneath. Mourning with another block. That's his fourth of the game. And then loses the rebound to Steve Francis to Marbury.
Because they don't play inside out. Then it becomes more about Dwayne Wade or Jason Williams really having to set the tone and the tempo offensively.
Eddie Curry trying to move Mourning and did a nice job.
Yeah, that's what you have to do with the line. Take a look at this last bucket by Eddie Curry. You see what I'm talking about? You've got to negate a shot blocker's time. You do that by getting him back on his heels. And Eddie Curry's got plenty of mass. Gets Alonzo backing up now.
The Knicks have the lead with points in the paint, which would surprise anybody playing against Shaquille O'Neal. Oh! Eddie Curry with a strong finish. Got this thing underway. Dwayne Wade gets Francis in the air, but has to pass to Posey. Down the lane into the corner. Jason Williams with one on the shot clock. Buries a three-pointer. Marbury wants to take Jason Williams. Nice job to stay in front of him. Alonzo Mourning with his fifth block of the game. Wade trying to dump it down to Haslam. And then into Dwayne Wade, who's all alone underneath the finish.
And that's cool possession. He's done a great job at staying on his feet when Dwayne Wade picks his dribble up.
Thanks, though.
Heat stretched their lead back up. Francis spent a lot of time on the bench in the first half. J.Rose trying to create something. Not there. Curry strong with the rebound and knocks it down.
And that's the one you give up offensive rebounding opportunities, and Eddie Curry took full advantage of it.
Dwayne Wade somehow holds on to it. Jason Williams from deep. Three-pointer is good. Back-to-back three-pointers. Channing Fry. Marbury loses the handle going up. Comes right back to him. 5 on the shot clock. Lob goes up for Curry. Tries to reverse it, and a nice job by Eddie Curry. This is 10 points, 8 in this quarter.
And it definitely helps him, as Greg just mentioned, that he is being guarded by an active defender that's going to go try to help on penetration.
Steve Francis to New York. And he wasn't having his typical Steve Francis type season, but he was up around.
Now he's kind of playing off the ball and playing alongside a guy like Stephon Marbury. You don't have it in your hands nearly as much. That's a tough transition.
Oh, Alonzo Mourning has his 6th block of this game.
Eddie Curry got that shoulder in, knocked Alonzo Mourning back. This is actually an earlier play. Eddie Curry able to catch the pass and finish around the rim. But on that last block by Alonzo Mourning,
Eddie had a huge impact. He's not the player he was offensively, but defensively, he's every bit.
Jason Williams trying to lose Francis, finds Udonis Haslam into the post to Dwayne Wade. Working on Marbury, and we're going to send it the other way.
A lot of credit. He's accepted the challenge. It's a questionable call, but I think he was, well, I thought it was a no call.
San Antonio Spurs head to Denver to face the Nuggets. Coverage beginning at 7:30 Eastern.
So I won't be with you guys in studio.
Well, it won't be the same without you.
Well, I appreciate that, John. I'm real
Sure, Dwayne Wade's not thinking. He's in attack mode, going to be aggressive, especially not having Shaquille O'Neal in the game. Knows he can attack the rim.
The shot as he's floating won't go. Lonzo Mourning with the rebound.
One of the problems you have when you play Stephon Marbury and Steve Francis together is that's a great...
Oh, no!
And a great finish. Dwayne Wade, just unbelievable. Drawing defenders, but kicks it out to a guy that's not comfortable at the three-point line. Now, he's got to drive it back into the D. You take a look at Dwayne Wade with the spin and the finish.
Harry Brown's trying to change the tempo of the game by bringing this guy in because the Knicks have gotten a little bit sluggish.
Williams, nice bounce pass for Dwayne Wade. Skips it to Posey. Underneath to Alonzo Mourning, who loses the handle. Robinson to Francis, who spins and scores.
A pretty move by Steve Francis. And
spinning into the paint, Dwayne Wade, and then somehow just throwing up a prayer that gets answered. And Steve Francis doing likewise at the other end. But the Knicks are shooting 26% in this quarter.
3 guards as well. They're not, I don't think, as comfortable playing with 3 guards as are the Knicks. However, they do have Dwayne Wade
with the lob to Haslem.
Because he's not a pure point guard, but he can flat out get aggressive and score the basketball.
Oh,
my goodness.
Lob.
He
that
was on the other end
from the half court. Dwayne Wade went up and snatched it. Marbury goes in. Another block shot by Alonzo Mourning. That's number 7 in the game.
Yeah, I mean, like you said, Jason Williams with a great pass. I mean, that, you can't really teach that, John. That'd be hard to teach.
You think about it,
ability of knowing that that pass was coming, and Gary Payton went to the locker room. Now he's coming back out on the floor, rebounding opportunity. I think that's what E.Curry's got to focus on, knowing and Lonzo.
Taking some time off the clock. Jason Williams now comes up with a jump shot that's good.
Well, that time it was pick your poison. They run pick and guard Jason Williams out on the perimeter. That time Jason Williams sized up to 15-footer.
Jason Williams with 15. Oh, E.Curry on the end of the lob. Everything's 14 in this third quarter. Under a minute to go. Antoine Walker, who's been quiet in his time on the floor. Dwayne Wade just inside the arc, buries it.
I'll tell you what, Dwayne Wade is so good. One thing I like about him, he's not a three-point shooter, so he doesn't try that. He stays within himself. He shoots that mid-range jump shot consistently.
I'm going to call goaltending that time on Alonzo Mourning. Problems that he went through and then a kidney transplant.
Well, he never looked like it. I mean, Alonzo's physique.
My goodness. So up, flushes.
You know what? And I feel good for Alonzo Mourning.
Final 6 seconds. Robinson going in, blocked by Mourning. 8 shot blocks for Alonzo Mourning. Quarter now. The Heat have a 9-point lead. But the Knicks playing very well tonight. Antoine Walker, do not give him that kind of space, Mr.
Dwayne Wade.
Stephon Marbury trying to do just that. Getting a little help. Back outside, though, to Jason Williams.
And so far they can't. So far they can't. Again, that play
this year, guys. People were wondering if they were ever going to fit in.
Part of adjustment for those guys to make. Jason Williams has been the second, third, fourth options on good teams before.
Oh, wow. That's just sheer strength right there. Even able to 5th foul. They've gone to him every time, and he's got one thing on his mind. Getting to the rim is going to force them to call an offensive foul and foul him out of this game. Very aggressive. The thing is, when Shaq's out that line, you've got 9 guys in the starter block on a dead sprint to the glass. Because you know it's coming off and probably hard.
Nice move by, fights it back in. Shandon Anderson with it now. Shaq wants it. Gets it. Finds space. Oh, this is the dunk.
I'll tell you what, he didn't get his feet together on that. I will say, there's a lot of good players wearing tights. They were all all-stars.
What's the benefit? Well, from a nice drive by Jamal Crawford.
Big basket. Look at the call.
Crawford's pass for J.Rose. Rose. He just couldn't hang on to it. Jason Williams now. Shandon Anderson from the baseline, and it's good.
Smart play by Shandon Anderson that time. He actually...
Oh, good play from behind. Anderson knocking that one away. And gets the ball in the bucket because Shaquille O'Neal had bumped him so far away, and that was not going to happen. Now O'Neal at the other end, working on James, and says, this is how you get it done.
And, you know, they're just...
Superstar. And there aren't as many of them as the salaries would dictate in this league.
Oh, James, nice pass to Lee, who drops it down.
could be a good three-man rotation in the backcourt. However, they got to try and figure out a way. Hasn't been first options, and it's a difficult transition. It's going to be a huge challenge for Larry.
New York Knicks, Dwayne Wade by himself, got 13 for Miami. Shaq gets it back, dumps it down. Nice job by Shaq to find Shandon Anderson, and he finishes.
I just don't see any way that these three guys can remain on this team and next year go into the season with that situation. For one thing, you need a guy with some size at the two-guard position defensively. With all three of these guys, and they're asked to play a bigger two-guard and explode. Definitely an issue.
Crawford loses it right to O'Neal. Ahead to Dwayne Wade. Showtime! One of the worst seasons in Knicks history. It's going to end up that way regardless of what they do the rest of the season. David Lee ahead. Oh, nice job. Very nice job to create. And just as wide open on the second
Well, the second one doesn't make a lot of sense. The first one, when you've got Dwayne Wade attracting three defenders, somebody's going to be wide open. But to allow the offense to
in the tight.
That's because he's not an all-star. All the all-stars have both legs.
You got to earn both legs. Nice hands by Marbury with the strip. Francis with a pretty move, and he's going to go right to the goal.
I tell you, the Knicks are going to have a long offseason. You think this has been a long season?
My coaching ability is so great, I'm going to be able to turn this thing around. Doesn't work that way. You've got to have an idea of what you're going to coach and how to incorporate them into a team.
And you know what? This last spell on this play, E.Curry made a great skip pass. Steve Francis had an opportunity to kick the ball to Stephon Marbury, but instead he tries to go into the teeth of the defense, and you end up with a turnover.
And go at Shaq, which isn't a great idea.
Shaq down there doling out some more chicken wings on people.
Jason Williams from deep. He's had a terrific game.
Get per field goals than do the New York Knicks because they don't beat you with just individual talent. They move the basketball. Look at the open shots they get consistently. Their superstar wants a lot of pressure on you defensively.
You think about it, after this game's over, the line Dwayne Wade's going to have, and Greg, I can think of one shot the entire night that he's actually, I would say, forced.
Yeah.
That one pull-up jump at the top of the key in the first half, a 22-footer with a hand.
Down to the final minute of this game as Miami's going to walk out of here with a victory.
There he is again. I mean,
the finish.
That's such an advantage. Let me tell you.
Not get to 62. I mean, they're playing 500 ball right now over the last week or so. If they continue to do that. Oh, tough creation there by Steve Francis, showing his capabilities. Antoine Walker. There's one, and Nate Robinson tries to answer back at the other.